Hey Raz, how's it going? Yeah, it's I feel your pain on that. It's raining here, it's nasty out, windy as all hell. I missed the summer already. I want those 90, I'll take the 95-degree weather days, I don't care. Hey, what's up, customizer? Is it just supposed to be warmer tomorrow or what? What's up, creative collector? Okay, let's see where we're at with this. So I want to fix your neck. I want to fix the two chest issues. Yeah, I'm going to work on Donna in a bit. I chopped off the back of her hair. I was doing a bunch of other stuff this morning, so now I want to just sit down for the rest of the day and sculpt, so I figured I'd start early. Well, that's good. I would like to have the weather back in the 50s too, so yeah, if you get some good weather next week, get those prints done. So we're gonna work on her neck, but first, these two little spots here, I need to fill in. So when I did the chopping of this, sort of screw these parts up. Well, that's what happens when you're in Canada, creative collector. Gotta get out of Canada. Well, I got a bunch of stuff I need to actually work on, but I can't do it with this rainy moisture weather, the humidity and stuff. So hopefully we lose this cold snap and I can get back to these items. Got a nice little project I haven't told anyone about I've been working on, and hopefully I can get them done. And you can see the big dip that was in there. Alright, so now let's grab some putty work. Hey Scott, Merry Christmas to you as well. Hopefully you're looking forward to a good weekend. I decided Christmas Day I was going to work on some personal items, but I think I might just veg out and be a bum all day. Depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah, I was thinking of just getting up, chilling for a bit, and then maybe work on my Power Girl, get her all cleaned up. This way I can just start focusing on the base. And then after that, just call it a day. Who's in a bad mood? Are you making up stuff again? This thing's got a lot of scratches and dents and got a lot of cleaning up on this. Oh, stop it. It's only you. You're the cause of it all. Yeah, I don't do much for Christmas anymore. I just see family on Christmas Eve, because my Christmas, I just want to do nothing. When I was younger, we used to wake up, open up presents, and then we had to see 500 family members all damn day long. I hated Christmas Day because you have to see the grandparents, and then you have to see the other grandparents, and then you got to see the great aunt, then you got to visit my godmother, then you got to go here, and before you know it, at the end of the day, it was more of a work day than anything. So now I just want to wake up and just chill. Watch stuff like Die Hard and A Christmas Vacation and stuff like that. So let me ask you guys, do you and your family buy like gifts for each other still, or did a lot of you guys kind of like cut that out? Because we cut that out years ago, and we used to do just like food, like just get some like crab legs and stuff like that. But this year we're not even doing that because the prices are insane. So we're just gonna cook some steaks and then that's it. Plus my parents are too old to eat all that food anyway, so. But I know a couple of my other family members, relatives, stopped the whole Christmas gift thing too because it got to the point where people were buying stuff for everyone and it just, no one really wanted the items. Personally, I'm not into Christmas or holidays. I don't care about New Year's. I don't care about Christmas. What I care about is if I go to like to a comic book show during the year. That's more of a exciting thing for me. Holidays I could do without. Yeah, see, I don't even care about my birthday. I'd rather just like get like an art commission from somebody from myself, or buy a statue, and then that's it. I'm good. I don't need to celebrate it. I don't know. I just like to focus on what I want to do rather than stuff like this. That's the way to do it. As long as you're getting what you want, you're happy, and have fun with it. Tomorrow night I'm going to check out that movie, my friend gave it to me. Was it Violent Night? Said it's pretty good. So that'll be like my Christmas Eve movie for fun. Okay, neck is looking way better than what it did. Hey, Rukin, hey, what's up, Raccoon? Way better neck. I gotta sand it down, and then when I add the collar, it's come together better. What's up, Iceman? Alright. So, not really much more to do to Harley, except I could try to do the leg part a little bit later. But all in all, it's got a lot of cleaning up after all that putty work. For white, honestly, what I would do for white, you don't want to do like a black on there, and you don't want to do like, you know, like heavy shading. What I like to do is mix a drop of blue and a drop, maybe a half a drop of black into a white, and get a gray blue shade. Like when I do the Power Girl paint ups, let me find my bottle. Where's the other bottle? Alright, so what I like to do is, might be hard to see in camera, so this is white that I use on Power Girl paint ups, or if, like, you know, I was going to do a white outfit, and then this is like a half a drop of blue and a half a drop of black into this white bottle, and you get more of a bluish gray shade. This is probably like a 30% drop, you know, like of a grayscale. I like to use something like this because it'll show up but it won't be potent. You know, a little bit of a blue, like not a harsh blue, sort of like a sky blue drop. So instead of putting a harsh blue of that in there, you could put like a sky blue drop in it, you know, because white really changes real fast. And I usually like to mix up a bottle of this type of a white shade. So if you have a pastel that looks like this color, it's kind of like a bluish gray, but it's kind of like a, say like a 10 to 20% grayscale, that would work better. Because if you just do like black over the white, it becomes muddy. And then if you do like, if the character calls for like a purple shade or a blue shade, it's different. But I like to go something like that. Actually, what I can do is I can pop out the... so if you go onto your pastel palette, like if you have a palette like this, you have like a very lightish blue kind of a color here. You can run into that white. You can try maybe like this, you know, if you start going into the darker range, it's going to really change it up fast. But if you do solid white base and then you do something like that, it might work, you know. But I don't like to put pastels on my whites, only because the dust, if you have any of this darker dust mixed in there with it or on your brush, it might get into that white pastel and kind of muddy it up. I like to do as much as I can with the paint. The pastels I try to use for specific situations, but white color I try to really not to muddy up at all. But at least with white you can always kind of tone it down too. You know, like if you can always like take some of your white paint if you put too much pastels in there, and you can take some of your white paint with a couple drops of water, make like a translucent white and mix and like mist it over it and kind of tone it down a bit. But you want to seal your pastels first. So, okay. We're going to start working on her sash to be removable. And I'm going to try to show you guys how I do this without... I might need to pull out the base. Well, let me look at the picture. Picture. There we go. Leather, just like give it a texture. If you can, try to add a little browns into it. You know, if it's colored boots, very light textured stuff like with a sponge or a you know, and then make sure you kind of like dull it down. Don't make it shiny. It should work. Alright, so I think if we do her sash kind of flowing up this way, it should work. Alright, so let's grab some parts. Bear with me 1 second while I find some of this stuff I gotta do in the garage. See what we got up here first. Okay, so there's a couple ways of doing sashes where they'll be strong but without breaking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it with these rods. So this is the key stock. Make sure I have the right number for this. So it should be 154. Yeah. All right. So see, 154 of K&S or 8154 is perfect scale. So I just kind of grinded this down because sometimes it's kind of rusty and it doesn't go in perfect. But if you have this piece like this, it works. All right. Let's grab. I have to go buy more of those rods. Out. But okay. So we're going to create a magnet system, but first we have to create the basic piece to start the setup. So the rod's going to go in this area here, and there's going to be a hollow brass rod in there with a magnet at the end. But for right now, we want to create the magnet going it like the rod and bend this around and create an armature. So let's put this in here like so. We don't need to go that far in there. I do need a marker, which I don't have in here. Go grab a marker in the garage. So I'm gonna use this piece because this is an older piece. I don't think I'm gonna bust out a new one because I think I got a couple others I can use. So we don't need to go all the way down there. So that's as far as it goes in. So let's mark it about here. It only needs to go about that far down in there, and it should work. So maybe we'll just do here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go in the garage. Sorry, this is the only problem with doing stuff. I have to go in and out of the garage. So I'm going to go install this off real quick. And then we're going to show you how I use this to start creating it. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to put this piece in here to a certain point, and then we're going to glue it. So we don't want to go all the way down because you won't be able to crimp it. So we only want to go in like maybe that far. So if I have to shave this down, I can. But for right now, we're going to just put some glue, and this should bend pretty far enough that we need. So let's grab some glue. This is kind of my little setup for making a sash or a removable part without worrying about it breaking, trying to take it out later. Alright, so we don't need a crazy amount of glue, just enough in here. Now the only downside with this is if you don't put enough glue or you mess up, this could come out, but you can sort of like notch it later, and I'll show you how to do that later on. So let's grab some Insta Set. Alright. Now, the reason why I made the square piece is this piece will go in there like so, right? But you want to bend this. So think about, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the garage and use my vice grips, and then basically the vice grip is just going to crush this, right? See how I just crushed it? Now that's just some primer paint on it that'll flake off. So I'm going to crush all this down here, and then this way it'll be able to bend it where I want it to, and then I can build onto it. So let me go crush this real quick. Alright, so I used my vice grip and I flattened that piece out. So now this is kind of locked in there. Now what I might do later is just kind of like take my saw that I used to cut this and notch into here and then like notch over to here. So this way when I put some A's in there, the A's will help lock this piece together. Because sometimes if you're not careful, and you're moving this around too much, the glue will come loose and this pops out. But if you notch it, it'll stay in there. So basically from here, this is kind of where the key is going to go, and a knot will go over this, like the big knot. So then basically we can just start bending this around like so. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, so just kind of bend it. All right. Maybe I want to kind of bend it this way. So the hair is kind of flowing like that, so we kind of want to go with the flow. Alright, still not done yet, just trying to see where I want to go with it. Sorry, every time we're in that static season. So, I don't want to drop this stuff. So if you're looking at her like this, the sash could be over there, it could be up this way. It could be downwards a little bit, so we'll kind of maybe go down a little bit. Not against her thigh completely, but just kind of. And the other thing too is it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. We can sort of bend it upwards, kind of twist it. something like that, maybe. Maybe bend this piece a little bit more. Something like this, sort of comes up and around. Alright, I think that's kind of good, something like that. So the next step is, let me grab another rod, something I probably don't use much of. I got some wrong scales a while back. So this rod right here, what happened with this one is I got the wrong size and it collects dust. So what's going to happen is when I get some chance, we want to do another one because it you know, it goes around with it. And the problem is sometimes you just can't really glue it on there, because if you put A's on this and then you rip this off, you pull it this way, you want to set it up in a way where you can grab it from here instead of grabbing it from here. That's kind of one of those things. You don't want to design something and grab it from this way. So normally what I like to do is, now that I got the basic shape of where I want to start with it, what I like to do is get like A's, roll out A's and just flatten it over on top of this, like sandwich it, and start working out this shape a bit, and then grab the next rod and kind of like maybe Dremel a hole through here and kind of jam this rod into there when I flatten it, or kind of sort of lock it into place somehow. And then I can bend this one and bend it a different way, and then I can get my two flowing shapes going. Sort of, if you watch my Miss Marvel video I did of Warbird with her Sash. So sort of something like that. It's kind of the good, it's kind of start, you know. What I'll also do is, once I sort of get this piece going, what I'll do is I'll get another rod, that, you know, the correct rod. I'll put this in here with a magnet, and I'll set it up the correct way. So this way when I'm working on this, I can pop this in and out and I won't have to worry about it falling or going in the wrong direction. Because I want to have it like a flow like the hair. I really want to kind of go with the hair flow in a way. So I figure the wind's coming this way. You know, you don't want to do something going in this direction where the hair's going in that direction. So that's kind of the start of the sash. Kind of just gives you an idea where we're going with it. But what we'll do right now is I'll set up the magnet, and then we'll put this aside, and then the next time I can get the magnet set up in there. So let me go cut a rod, and then we'll set up the magnet and let this kind of sit aside. Customizer for dark side. I guess it depends on what you want to go with. You can do like if you just do straight black shading, it'll look weird. So maybe like a bluish gray, like a darker bluish gray. You know, probably don't go too crazy, you know. Ruki, what do you mean? Can you make an opening of the big rod. Not sure what you're asking. Basically what I'm going to do right now is take this piece, I'm going to cut that there, and then this is going to be stuck into the base, and this will be like the key system. So let me cut this real quick and then I'll show you how I get the magnet on. Alright, so this is hot as hell right now. So what we do is we go and we grab all our magnets. So you can see the piece of steel is kind of sitting over there a little bit outside that piece. Always make sure too that this is magnetizable. If you do all this work and this is like just zinc, it's not going to work. I have to fine sand this down. I just grinded it earlier, but I can fine sand it a little bit better. So, probably going to use the bigger magnets. 2 would probably be fine because it's going at an angle. And then that should work out pretty well. You want the metal to touch the magnets as best as possible, because if your piece is sticking out too far, even though it's kind of staying there, it's not really connecting. So you want to try to have that metal touching the metal. Even though this moves a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so basically what's going to happen is I'm going to take some eaves. We're going to wrap eaves around the magnets and this piece, and we're going to let it dry up for the night. And then the next time I get a chance, what I'll do is I'll probably Dremel out the hole a little bit bigger, because once I put in the eaves, it's not going to fit. So I'll Dremel out this hole bigger, and then what'll happen is I'll put eaves in there and I'll squeeze this in and let it cure. And then once it's all said and done, this piece will be locked into the base like so, and then I'll have a key system that magnetizes. So that's kind of the way I set this up. But what I'll do is I'll have to, kind of fine tune where I'm going to put this piece. I might have to bend. I might go in the garage, when I have a better chance of bend this better. I might twist it a little bit more and find a better flow. Because right now I'm just kind of winging it real quick to show you guys. And then once this magnetized piece is coming out, I'll bend another piece once I put eaves, and I'll kind of create a 2 piece system that goes in, and it'll be durable. Now this armature isn't the strongest in the world because you can still bend it, but it's better than just putting eaves or magic sculpt and then snapping a piece off. So you just take your eaves, magic sculpt, whatever you got. I don't like to use glue on this, because if you put glue in here, what'll happen is it'll bond and it'll get gushed in there and stick. At least with the eaves, the next day, if it's kind of sticking, you could kind of grab this from here and you can kind of pry it off, Just get a chunk of eaves, put it around here like so. Doesn't have to be the prettiest looking in the world, but as long as it's enough to bond onto it. And then we'll just let this sit for the day. Ruki, did I sort of explain what I'm doing now, or are you still kind of confused? The reason why I do it this piece is because that big thick metal piece, you can't really bend that, you know? You need to have a thinner piece kind of going around for the flatness. So that's kind of what I'm kind of creating. And then basically you just take this piece. Make sure you don't put this near other metal pieces or like anything crazy, because what'll happen is if you're not paying attention, it'll stick onto something and then all this goes to hell. And you really need this to cure too. If you try to work with this like maybe 3 hours later when it's kind of soft but semi-hard, it could still break on you. You really got to let this cure up before you start pushing it into this area and, you know, kind of figuring out where you want to go, because if you throw a bunch of Aves in here or glue and you're not careful, what'll happen is it'll snap off. So you really want this to set up overnight, give it that full 8 hours, 12 hours to cure. There's plenty of times I've tried to rush this and then the magnets break off inside the piece and it's a pain in the ass. So that's kind of the start for the sash. So I'll put this aside and let this cure up. Alright, so that is starting that sash. So I think what we'll do, sort of, I think I see what you're saying, but hopefully the way I'm showing you sort of works out a little bit better. I've tried to make sashes other ways, and they never really worked out. So the reason why I do this is it's a better long-term solution. I hope you see what I'm trying to do. I wish I had another idea or to show you what I was doing. Something in hand. Well, so it's sort of the same thing as this. It's kind of how I do all my, you know, my process of everything. So. Same thing with the rod in there, the magnet system in there, and it just clicks in, and it stays. So it's the same thing. There's a hollow brass rod in there. There's 2 magnets under the bottom. It's just a regular rod in here, and it just clicks in. Same thing with this part here. Just clicks right in. So it's kind of the same principle. And the reason why I use square stuff is if you use round stuff, it'll flop out. And you can do hollow on hollow. There is smaller hollow brass rods that go in here, and you can put hollow and hollow, but then you don't. This is brass and it doesn't magnetize. So, I did a little sanding in here this morning, just some areas I didn't like. Cleaned up some of the face a bit. And then I kind of cleaned up some stuff here. So I think what we'll do is we'll try to work on this section. And then after that I'll work on Donna Troy a bit too. Try to get a lot done today. Oh, if anyone wants to see, we'll see how this bottle's doing. You can see how yellow and nasty it is now. So it's really hard compared to fresh Aves. So you can see what happens to your, what is this, the B side, when you just let it sit in a container forever. So this is starting to become crumbly and it's very, very hard to touch it. Whereas this is so soft you can smush it. So this is when your Aves is going bad. So we'll keep it in there and we'll see what happens in a couple more months. I think the green side, the grayish green side, is what goes bad first. The other side, A, I think just starts to get very brittle. It doesn't really turn the color. At least I haven't seen it turn the color. I think it just starts to get very, like, dried up. I was gonna work on Harley's hands today, but I forgot to cut the hands off, so. Does your part B, do you keep it closed and do you put it in a refrigerator? And I guess where do you keep it? Because I noticed Aves and Magic Sculpt doesn't like hot weather. Like when my studio was getting hot during the summertime, my Magic Sculpt was drying up really fast. And then the Aves was starting to kind of go on me. And the other thing too is, since you're in the US like I am, when you buy it, I would buy it direct from them. I don't know if you pick it up at like stores. Now the stores could have it on the shelf for a long time. I don't trust them that. I'd rather buy it from them directly. And the other thing too, which sounds stupid, I'll kind of mention this as well. When you pull your B out, hold on. Yeah, maybe it was left in. I don't keep mine in the garage. I either keep mine in a refrigerator or in a controlled room in the studio. I don't like to keep anything in the garage. I don't like to keep paints in the garage, primer. Yeah, I don't even like to keep my statues in the garage, whether it's super hot or super cold. The other thing too is when you're pulling out your A's, in the beginning I always had a habit of pulling from the center and the outside started to yellow up. So whenever you pull it out, try and always kind of take even amounts out. Try to keep going down the bottle evenly. If you're only pulling from the center, this stuff is always drying up on you too. So, you know, always kind of like take your A's and sort of make sure you get the edges. Because even right now, touching this area here is kind of like drying up, whereas this is fresh. So that's another thing too. Yeah, try to keep pulling it all on all sides. That's probably what's going on. Really? It wasn't bonding for you? You know, maybe if like I said, if the green is going bad on you, which is that one side, the other side is probably going bad on you, but it doesn't look like it is. Like I say, Aves is kind of like almost like resin. It seems to have a shelf life. But honestly, I would keep it in a refrigerator if you're not using it for a large amount of time. It'll stay fresher longer. And I don't think there's enough fumes in the bottles to really like mess around with your refrigerator if you're worried. Could always Ziploc bag it too. Gonna test this on the head, make sure. Gonna make sure that you're talking about the Catwoman that has the cloth on the body? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, the one with the cloth on the body, you can make it any character, really. I mean, any character you can imagine. You might just want to find a new head for her because you know, the heads are kind of eh. You know, you can go on to any of those sites and print out a different head for it. That's what I got one I'm actually working on next year for a personal custom. And I'm going to be giving her a different head. But once you take the cloth off, that could be used for anything. I actually still love that statue. Like, once you take the cloth off, the item is just absolutely phenomenal. Although when I work on the Catwoman, I'm going to change up her arm position a bit. I'm not really for the character I'm working on, the arm won't work. So I think I can tweak the arm a bit, we'll see. Yeah, that one, the first premium format with the cloth and the huge base. Yeah, mine's actually over on the shelf right now. I ripped off the cloth and I got all the elements. Well, I'm starting to get all the elements for the character, but that's gonna be way down the line before I ever get to her. Just that I always loved the statue, and I decided this year if I could find a really cheap one I would do it, and I found a really good one at an amazing price, so I said screw it. Well, with her, it's not that you could copy it, or you could do whatever you want your own way. It just depends on, are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for something to sell on eBay? Is it just you want to work on a character you never did before? So I guess it all depends on what you want to do with it, you know? Rukin, you should. Try and make something. Mess around, you know? I've never used monster clay, but I you know, a lot of people have done some amazing stuff with it. Hey Matt, yeah, we talked about this the other day about the AI art, and I actually started looking it up. If you guys told me about it on chat, it actually turns out I was subbed to somebody who does it. Um, I was looking at some of them, like I haven't really looked at all of them. It just feels that some of this AI art is just very generic. I'm not saying it was bad, but I'm not saying it was amazing. But I also got the feeling that it wasn't like somebody you can tell. You know, like if you look at Terry Dotson artwork, Adam Hughes artwork, Jim Lee, you know who they are. The AI stuff seems like it's just the same for everybody. So, I mean, I saw it. I saw some of it looked cool, but I didn't get that. Oh, that guy's got a really cool style type thing, you know. So that's what I got from the AI stuff that I saw. I mean, some of the AI was kind of cool. I mean, I'm not saying it was like the worst stuff I've ever seen, but it was also, you know, it wasn't personalized, I guess you can say. But then again, I haven't looked up enough of them to see like how they really are. So. I don't know. I'll have to, if I get a chance to get on some more sites and like which we'll call it Instagram, and look up more of this AI stuff. I'll have a better understanding. I only came across a few. I did find one site that said it was AI anime stuff, so I don't know if anime stuff is being AI as well. And it just looked like typical anime manga stuff. So I don't know if that was actually what I found. Yeah, that's what guys were telling me in chat the other day, that the reason why this all started because the AI won a contest. Or something like that. I did see one AI page. It was like a female model page, and it looked very weird. But it did say AI something. I didn't really feel the page too much, so I didn't really think it was all that. But like I said, I only saw maybe 4 or 5 AI things that had it in its name. I gotta learn more about it before I say anything. I do know that a lot of artists I follow, they've been spamming that no AI poster thing. So I guess a lot of guys are against it. I don't know. Like I said, it might be a really bad thing, but it also could be a really amazing thing where people step up their game and they start doing better stuff and they really start bringing their A game with their artwork. So I don't know. Maybe something good can come out of all this. As far as I know, there hasn't been too many Lady Death customs, other than that the one where she's got all that black lines around her face from the Day to Dead or something. I forget what they call it. But I mean, that Catwoman, you can make anything. You could turn into anime girls, cartoon characters. You know, you could do like manga stuff, like, you know, Sailor Moon characters, you know, Naruto characters. I know it's not going to be the look of the stuff, but, you know. Yeah, Matt, that seemed to be a common thing back in the day too, like, you know, digital art, digital sculpting, you know, but it's here to stay. Man, the wind out there is crazy today. My stream goes down, you know I lost internet. Last night I woke up in the middle of the night because the wind was so crazy. Thought the damn roof was gonna blow off. Yeah, I looked outside and there were some flurries, but then it stopped. So I was like, okay, that's good. So maybe I'm further south where it's not gonna stick. So that's a good thing for me. Yeah, my friend in Texas still says it's damn cold down there. But it's supposed to go back to 60 soon, so. It's starting to look a little bit better. So is everyone off of work now, starting your vacation, or have you guys been off of work? I think when I did have the full-time job, I think we would have to go and work on Friday today, but he would let us leave early. I don't think I ever had the Friday off before. It might have, but it's been a long time. Hey, Mr. Jiggles. Did I say that right? Can't see. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy them. I like doing them. Hopefully next year I'll have more streams and videos. Try some new stuff. Hopefully. Make sure you have a Merry Christmas as well. Terrell, you still at work? Are you just bumming it today, or are you actually working? Oh, Raccoon, that's good. You got some good time on your hands then. It's always a good thing. Yeah, I think my ex-boss, he used to buy us like lunch. I'd rather just say, you know what, go home or don't come in the next day and we won't buy you lunch, you know? I'd be like, that's all I would really care about. Yeah, Mr. Jiggles, if you're still here and you ever have questions, ask away. I'm not bothering me, that's why I do the streams. When I have to focus on the good stuff, I just don't stream, that's all. With this stuff, it's fun to just mess around with. Well, if you're still at work, yeah, I don't blame you for wanting it to be over. Yeah, don't get in trouble at work. That's important. You're the only one there, and you're by yourself? Jesus. I'd be having a blast. I'd actually be playing music, and that depends if you can at your job. My old job, my boss loved to have the temperature in the office at like 50 degrees, and I used to freeze my ass off. So whenever he was on vacation, I would put the windows open and have the fresh air coming in all the time. It'll be like 70 in the office or 80, and I was so comfortable. My coworker hated coming into my office to see me, but I was like, I want some fresh air today. Hopefully you guys got some good Christmas bonuses at least. That was one thing I always looked forward to. Well, hopefully the day ends for you soon. Go home, drink some eggnog, get bamboozled. Oh, really? Going in tomorrow as well? Hey, if you get some overtime or something, I guess that's good. I'd take the overtime as well. Might as well do it. Especially in today's economy. Can't hurt to get a couple extra bucks. Got anything planned for your 9 days off? Or are you just gonna bum it out? The way to do it. I think when I was working, anytime I had like long periods of time off, I would make sure I had like a personal project that I was going to work on for myself and get it done. So I used a lot of my vacation time to do personal stuff back then. Although I went to the German butcher yesterday to pick up some steaks for me and my parents because we're just going to have some steaks instead this year. That's kind of all I really want. And the place was absolutely mobbed with people. We weren't even open yet and there's already a line of people out there. But at least have some nice steaks this weekend. We used to do the whole Italian thing with all the fish and bacala soup and all that stuff, but none of us can eat it anymore, so getting old sucks. Used to be able to down this stuff with no problem. Well, when I say German butcher, it's just a regular butcher. You know, they got like steaks and T-bones and ribeyes and stuff like that. Their specialty is German stuff, but it's the only butcher around by me. So I just went there and got some ribeye steaks. The German food isn't bad, but it's the only one that's close. But they're expensive, you know? So it's not like I go over there and shop all the time. Can't afford all that stuff. It's just that if I'm gonna buy a steak, I'm gonna buy it from a butcher. I'm not gonna buy it from like ShopRite. If I was up north, I'd be hitting the Italian butcher. But down by me, there's not much here except fish stores. This is too high. I was gonna buy lobsters and crab legs, but the prices were insane this year. Usually we do like maybe a lobster tail, or you know, we'll do king crab legs, but this year it's just way too much. Rather spend money on food than gifts anyway. Rather have a good meal. What do you guys usually cook? I know some people still do turkeys for Christmas. I don't know, do you guys do that at all? Hell, I'd be fine with just a hamburger. Yeah, Raccoon, we always did the 7 kinds of fishes for Christmas. You had the alish with pasta, shrimp, stuffed clams, oysters. There was also, what else did my parents make? There's the bacala soup. There's the fried sardines. But they would just do all kinds of stuff. So we also every year used to make pizza fries. I don't know if you heard of these. It's basically dough, and then you mix it with alish, which is basically sardines, and you fry them, and they're like little fried pizza fries. That's what they call them, and they are so goddamn good. But my father can't make them anymore, and I can't eat them anymore. So my cousin makes them, so we just grab a couple from them every year now. Yeah, you would like these. They're good. Back in the day, my grandmother used to actually make the dough fresh early in the morning and then make them during the day. But then as time went on, it was kind of hard. So basically, my father would just go over to a pizzeria and just order like 3 or 4 pounds of dough and use that. They are good, but you got to eat them fresh. You got to eat them in the morning when he cooks deep fries them outside. Because by the next day they're like hard as a rock. But as I got older, I can't eat that stuff anymore. Yeah, pork on Thanksgiving and Xmas. I could see that. Xmas. Like I said, I'm good with just like a hamburger, you know. Probably the stuffed clams were always good. My mother always made the stuffed clams. Those were really good. But then every year when she started to make them, I couldn't eat them anymore. My whole diet changed. So. Let's see how she looks. Yeah, I've heard that about some people who can't eat, hamburger meat and stuff. They get sick. Not me though. I need to live on that stuff. Nah, as you get older, everything changes. Trust me. I used to be able to eat all kinds of stuff when I was younger. Now, can't handle any of it anymore. Like, I love to have cereal at night, like a bowl of cereal. And that's kind of like my dinner. But lately, I don't know if I can handle certain cereals anymore. I do like my sweet tooth cereals, but now I'm kind of going more toward healthier stuff, I guess. I'm not sick of milk yet. I like my milk, but before I know it, I'm not going to be able to handle that. What do they say? It's every 7 years your body changes? Isn't that what the saying is? Like, I used to be able to eat greasy foods a lot. I can't handle grease anymore. So I have to stay away from, like, certain deep fried stuff. That's one thing that makes me sick, actually. I've tried soy milk. Anything with soy in it seems to not agree with me. And when I say not agree with me, I'm just kind of in the bathroom nonstop. So soy stuff doesn't really do well for me. But I notice if I don't have a hamburger for a few days, I start to get sick. So I guess I need protein in my diet more than I used to. Yeah, that's the problem with soy stuff, I've heard. So I've tried soy milk and oh my god, I was sick to all hell from it. And I've also tried the almond milk and that didn't agree with me. Regular old vitamin D milk is all I can handle. I love coconut. I know a lot of people are allergic to coconut, but I love coconut. I can eat a raw coconut with no problem. I love it. But I do know people are very allergic to coconut for some reason. But they say coconut oil helps with Alzheimer's. So if they say you have memory issues, like if you put like a teaspoon of coconut oil in your cereal every morning, it's supposed to help. But I could down a coconut donut, I could eat coconut candy bars, raw coconut. Love it. I have a weakness for Dunkin' Donuts coconut donuts. Oh, I see those things, I just want to gobble those things down. But I can't eat peanuts anymore, though. I'm not allergic to peanuts, but I can't digest peanuts anymore. I think it has something to do with hereditary in my family. So, I would love to have cashews and stuff, but can't eat them. And of course, a good old-fashioned Hershey's chocolate bar. Down nose with no problem. Which I have to stay away from. I went to a Wawa the other day and I wanted a hot chocolate, but they didn't have the regular hot chocolate, so the girl was like, order one from the kiosk. It put like real chocolate chips in it. And I drank that thing, holy crap, it was good, but the amount of chocolate and sweet they put in there, oh my god, I didn't get any sleep that night. That sounds good. They sound really good. I probably would love them. You just ate dinner and you're hungry again? Did you have Chinese food? That's what happens when everyone eats Chinese food. You get hungry right away. so I think if I fill this in later underneath here, it'll come together a bit more. Ever since I started working from home with this stuff, I have one meal a day, lunch, really good lunch. Like I'll grill something or chicken and rice or something like that. And at night I have a bowl of cereal and that's my day. No more waking up and having breakfast. Raccoon, you're in PA. Do you ever go to like the Amish country and do shopping? Are you close to the Amish people? Because whenever I go and visit my college buddy, I'm always shopping in the Amish area. The food that they have out there is so fresh, I just love it. I usually bring a cooler with me when I go out and see him now, and I just kind of stock up on stuff. Especially their veggies. Yeah, that's why I love stocking up when I go out there. I usually hit the market and I buy their sausage. Holy crap, I absolutely love grilling their sausage. The lady was like, "Why are you buying all this sausage?" I was just like, I live in Jersey, I need this stuff. Yeah, chicken and rice is what I do, but I use my friend's Korean, so he gets me the Korean sticky rice. And I use my rice cooker on that, and I just put the chicken in there and chop it all up. Yeah, nice cheeseburger with bacon sounds good, especially from the Amish area. I also bought fresh eggs from them one time. Holy crap, you can tell. You know? Down a little bit so you guys can see. So I think once I fill it a little bit more underneath here, coming down, it should work. Hey, Epor, sorry, Pama, I'm not really sure your name. It is, Abe's Fix-It. Abe's Fix-It mixed with some Abe's Epoxy Sculpt. So I mix a little bit of that. See, this is red. And then this one's kind of white, so it turns a little bit pink. I'll link the site for you right now, in case you want to order some. Yeah, you should do the eggs. You won't regret it. Eggs are awesome. Really good stuff. The only problem is every time I go out there to my friend, there's only so much I can pack in my car. I don't want anything getting funky by the time I get home. Yeah, no problem. If you go on their site, Poma, it's like I said, I'm bad with names, but if you go on their site and you read about it and you see what they have, you mix them together. I'm using their safety solvent right now. That's the liquid I'm using to smooth it out. And that's what I use on all my customs. Gonna have to play with this a bit while it's stiffening up, because I want it to come up and around. I might have to chop some of it. This one, you can bring this up a little bit more. Yeah, it's gonna keep sinking on me until it starts to stiffening up, so kind of let it sit for a bit, or unless, let's see, get out of there. Are you asking me how much I charge, or if you're asking me how much I charge, it's always case by case. If you're just asking me like how much, you know, what I do, this is what I do all the time. But yeah, don't worry about the whole English barrier. Ask away. We'll figure it out one way or the other. Yeah, I think I want this to flow more, so I'm gonna cut it a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of the safety solvent in my jar, and I use paintbrushes to kind of sculpt. I didn't like the way that was. I want to fix this. Yeah, see, it's starting to thicken up on me, which is fine. But to make some major adjustments starts to become a pain in the ass. That's right. Get it worked out. I just didn't like the way it was coming down across her face here. Give it more of a flow. Yeah, see, it looks a little more stylish. Although, I need some more solvent. Hold on a second. So this is the safety solvent. I buy the 16 ounce and I just pour it in here. I go through it a lot. It's a habit. Alright, looking better. Getting there slowly. Alright, so that's going to keep sagging, but that's alright, we'll keep messing with it. But this is going to get cleaned up, this is going to get connected. We'll probably bring some underneath here a bit. And just kind of clean up the back a bit more. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, there we go. A little bit better on that side. I think once I bring it down here more, it should work. Yeah, definitely has to be filled in down here. Once it gets filled down around in there, it should look a little bit better. Just got to come around down the shoulder area. Alright, so let me take this extra eaves and throw it on that base. And then start working on Donna Troy a bit. Actually, this Aves is a little bit tough. I should do that leg part on Harley. Let me go roll this out. Is a little too thick. Let's see, where's... Yeah, so while we have the A's is a little bit stiffer, it's a good time to actually do this other leg piece on her. So this way, do that there. So this should work out pretty well. It's not that stiff, but at least we can get it done. Alright, so I did it with baby powder. And then just take your safety solvent. Get all that baby powder off of there. Let's see if this will go between the leg, if it's thin enough. That'll work. Do this kind of down there, bring it up to here. Cut this. No, we won't cut that. We'll bring it down a little bit. Cut it here. Same thing over here. Bring this up around. Damn, the wind is going crazy outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it through the stream, but Gotta have enough space in between there just so I can sand it too. Alright, it's starting to look a little bit better. Let's see. It's about the same thickness. Maybe a little bit, push it down a little bit more. Alright, customizer, have a Merry Christmas as well. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good weekend. So, I think most of the hard stuff is done on Harley now. Well, I got the hair to figure out, but at least the outfit's kind of there. Just gotta sand it down, clean it up, work out the hands, clean up the collar. Gotta also take out this back area, so I'll put in, when I'm ready to do the line on her outfit, I'll fill this in and I'll put that line on the back, and then I'll have to do the lines across. She doesn't really have a lot of wrinkles on it, so I think I'm gonna leave these wrinkles here, and then I'm gonna fill in this stuff though, because if it's tight on her back, it's not gonna sink in, you know. But I'll probably add wrinkles here because the arms are squishing up, and then I have to add the lines in the shoulders to be a little bit more flat, so I'm gonna have to work on that stuff next time too, and then also the collar. But she's getting there slowly. Hold on, just checking my email spam at the moment. Just write a message. Alright, so Harley's getting there. So let me take this Aves, utilize it, and then we'll work on Donna. Got all this baby powder. Actually, it's almost frozen because it was in the garage on the table. Gonna slap this on that Power Girl base I'm working on, so just keep securing the rods that are holding her. So this way, when I do the base, the stuff is not going anywhere. Okay. Alright, what are we at? We're at 5 o'clock? Oh, hit myself with the X-Acto blade. I think it's not bad. So I think we could do this section here. I think we can get the front of it done. And then I can go back to fix it. I did chop out this section today. I might need to chop out a little bit more, but it doesn't have that weird thing on the side over here anymore. So I have to maybe do that. So I think I'll just mix up enough A's to do here. Kind of get that done. I'm sorry, I didn't have the camera there. Yeah, this chunk, I chopped this up over here, yes, this morning. So far, coming along pretty well. Pretty happy with it. So try not to mix up too much A's this time. I don't want to waste it all. A little bit of that. I don't know what you said, but you said you love me. Well, I love you too, but is that spam or is that just somebody messing with me? I don't know. The YouTube comments are pretty funny lately. I was watching a live stream the other day of somebody, and the comments were just out of this world. I think that might be enough, a little bit more. Yeah, like I said, I was reading an article and they said YouTube is supposed to fix the spam lately. But I wish they would fix the copyright strikes for people who don't own the music. I think it was last weekend, 5 of my videos got hit. And it was for music that is royalty free. So I don't know what's going on. I even contacted the company that does the music, and they said they're well aware of the fall strikes. And they said they're going to get their lawyers on it, but we'll see. It's weird. I don't know how YouTube can allow that. Like, how can a company or a fake person go into the YouTube whatever and claim that that's their music when another company already has it claimed? It's kind of weird how this works. Now I know she has earrings, but since this head can't really see the ears, kind of not doing that. But I figured it'd be nice to see what this head looks like on another statue. Alright, let's see what we can do with this one. She's actually getting pretty top heavy too. It's a good thing I set up magnets on her feet and everything to keep her in place. Yeah, YouTube's all over the place with this claiming stuff. It really is pretty crazy what's going on. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, my channel's the biggest in the world and I shouldn't get claimed, but it's just a pain. Every day you get this email message and it says, you know, your video has been claimed, blah blah blah. It's just non-stop. Try and follow the rules, but the little channels are the ones that get messed up worse because they don't have anybody to talk to. So I hopefully, you know, something like Rumble or another company comes up with a better system. For this hair too, just to let you guys know, I'm not really even like thinking about it. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So I don't really have like a plan for the hair or a certain style I'm following. Just kind of running with it. Must be getting colder out there. My heat's going ape shit at the moment. I think it's starting to look good. Feeling like hair. I'm thinking I might do this section later, because this is working out so well that if I try and bring this around here, I might screw some of this up. So I'm going to, well actually, if I curve it underneath and don't bring it here, it might work. Yeah, okay. If we just have it flowing going this way, it might work. And I think I did mix up a little too much eaves, but I got a back of the hair I can do. Yeah, okay. I thought I was going to bring this around here, but that should work. Yeah, there we go. Alright, just had to play with it a bit. Sometimes I get paranoid. I don't want to screw up a section that looks good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I think it looks pretty decent. I don't know, this is just one of those projects that seem to be working every time I do something. I only get these every once in a while where I don't have to go back and fix something. It just works. So I'm not complaining. Of course, watch me drop it and screw it all up. yeah, just hoping that I don't, like, you know, grab it the wrong way and I smush the hair. But so far I'm enjoying this one. I guess what it is I'm not overthinking it. I'm just kind of slapping it together and just running with it. Overthinking things sometimes slows me down. Let me guess, spam? It's my friend. He's not paying attention that I'm actually streaming at the moment. So I'll bitch him out later. I don't know why. I can never get it to stop on my iPad, even though it's got calling from the phone to the iPad. Just keeps doing it. Every time I turn it off, it still goes back onto it. Oh well. Yeah, it's starting to look a lot better now that I filled that in. I like it. It's good on the sides. It's got a lot of this stuff on the inside to do. Oh, maybe I might have to take this down a little bit too. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. I think it was looking decent. Let's see how much I could do on the back. He's gonna take a while to toughen up a bit still. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the hair this long because I wanted to have a little fun with it. I know she doesn't have that long a hair, but I had a lot of trouble with the back of her after I did this arm, and I figured I'm gonna keep her having long hair just for the hell of it. Like I said, I'm just kind of running with the flow on this one. I'm not overthinking it. If I was to make a Donna Troy like a really like put effort into it, I think I would find a different statue. But I thought this one might just be like a fun, just kind of go through the motions on it. So I actually have an artwork of Donna Troy I found online that I really love. The way the hair was drawn and her outfit and pose, but not gonna go too crazy. My friend keeps giving me crap about the hair already. It's not Donna Troy hair. You gotta do it this way. I'm just like, whatever. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, well, the past, November was a bad month. But now that I'm kind of back to work on stuff, and I'm just kind of doing some random stuff now, I figured it'd be good to stream it. I'm hoping once I get back to painting during the days, I can start doing the Picardo streams again. I gotta paint up that rogue statue that I'm doing the replacement for, so I'm gonna probably Picardo stream that during the day when I start working on it. And then when I paint up some other items, we'll see how things go. I would be playing Christmas music right now, but I'd be getting flagged all over the place, so can't do a Christmas stream on YouTube. Well, you can, but you have to find some weird holiday stuff that's copyright free. Well, I got a decent playlist of Christmas music that's actually some fun stuff. But like I said, then again, it's kind of hard to work to that stuff too. But I'll be streaming probably again next week on these items. I gotta send a picture to the one client about that Wonder Woman. If he likes it, I'll probably work on that during the stream. I figure if I'm sitting here anyway, and I'm not going anywhere for a few hours, I might as well stream it. Just some projects I'd rather listen to good music and get in the zone, so that's what I'll do Picardo for. The other thing that sucks though is sometimes when I want to stream, it's stuff I'm doing in the garage, so I can't really set up a camera in there and then come in and sit here. It'd just be too much of a hassle. Plus, who wants to see me sandpaper an item for friggin' 3 hours, you know? Because I got the vacuum going, my mask is on, it's just... I thought about doing it, but then I'm like, who the hell wants to see that crap? Nah, yeah, you probably would enjoy it, but it's kind of like I'm all over the damn place in the garage. And sometimes I gotta like take a break from sanding, so I'll come inside and like watch a quick YouTube video or grab a drink. Gets kind of taxing, you know, sanding an item down like that for like an hour. I'm pretty sure if I really focused on YouTube and set up a whole camera system, it'd be a different story, but I'll never get anything done. Well, it was a client of mine, but the guy's a really cool guy, so we're kind of friends now. Yeah, his friend, he told me his friend is a professional photographer and knows camera work and also camcorder. And I asked him, I said, would you mind asking the guy come over? I'll pay him. You know, all I need is like a half hour of his time. That was it. Just like, come on over, I'll pay him a couple bucks. I just want him to help me set up stuff. But he said he asked his friend, and his friend said, nope. Doesn't want to do it. So, oh well. I'll just have to keep figuring out the cameras myself. See if I can come up with a better setting. Some people just want to go to their 9-to-5 job and come home and not deal with anything else, I guess. I even offered like 50 bucks, just tell him to come over for a half hour. I'll give him 50 bucks, I just need his input, and that's it. But, nope. I even said it doesn't have to be a specific time. The guys, if these guys like, you know, coming down my way on the highway, and he's like, hey, I'll be in your area tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Can I stop in? I'd be like, sure, you know. But didn't work out. Oh well, like I said, I'm getting better with the camera. I'm experimenting. Sometimes I'll sit in you know, when I'm filming a video, what I'll do is I'll do a couple test videos. I'll write down all the numbers and what I'm doing, and then I put it into my iMovie program, and I see which one looks good, and I see which one I have to tweak with the color in the program, and then I'm starting to get better that way. I've learned that my camera shouldn't be on automatic, and it shouldn't be on portrait. Sometimes portrait works, sometimes it doesn't, but it has to be on, like, there's a different setting I found that actually films everything in better color. So if you see the camera work getting better in the videos, it's because I'm actually, like, experimenting more. So I'm getting there, little by little. I'm sure a professional camera guy could come in and sit there and be like, alright, do this setting, keep it at this, and you're done. I had a guy that was willing to have me come out and do an item for him, all the way in California. But it ended up not working out. I told him I would have no way of getting everything I need to get there to fix your item. I'm not against it, it's just that I just would have never been able to actually properly fix it, because I just, you know, you have everything here. But the way this stuff is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, it actually might turn into that. You know, you got an item that you can't really ship anywhere, keep it forever, but it's a really expensive item. You might have to run out and do it. Alright, we got the spam. The spam's always around this time, isn't it? It was, I mean, I won't say what the item was, but it wasn't really a large item. Just, he was very concerned about shipping it out, which I understand. You know, if it's a holy grail to you and you've had bad experiences with shipping, you really don't want to ship it across the country just for a repair. But on the other side of the coin, it's like, honestly, you could just ship it and it wasn't that expensive, but he was lucky enough to find a local guy to kind of repair it, so it worked out. I was just being honest. I'm like, dude, it's just, for me to come all the way out there to do that, I don't have the proper tools with me. And I can't fly with that stuff either, I think. I don't know. But nice guy, though. Just, I'm just too honest with people sometimes, or I'm just like, dude, it's not worth it, or I won't be able to. But if it was an Iron Man item, I would say, hell no, not even going to think about it. That would be the ultimate troll. Someone says, oh, come repair this item, and then they pop out an Iron Man. No, I think by now everybody knows I really dislike Iron Man, so no one really asks me anymore. Yep, I always turn them down. No questions asked. I've always said it. It's not fair to me, it's not fair to you to have me do something I really don't want to do. Hey, what's up, Butterfly? Yeah, a lot of streaming today, this week, so. What's going on here? I got this song twice on the list. That's why. Yeah, after I streamed last night, I woke up this morning. I thought it was Saturday myself. So I mean, if I really wanted to work on this body, I would probably redo her booty. It's kind of really flat. And honestly, I know some people don't like this leg, but it doesn't bother me that much. I think everything I did up here is what I would do. You know, like take this arm down. But I think if I really had to redo it and really kind of fix it up, probably definitely redo the booty on her and stuff. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out so far. I just wanted to see what she would look like with a different head like this. Just to see if down the line I ever want to use this body again for something else. Or if somebody asked me to do something with it. Kind of a little bit of a good practice. See how far I can go with it. Like, I know the leg could be tweaked to come in a little bit more. I don't know how it would look. But after working on her left arm, at least now I know I can get a 3D file and tweak that. But this head so far is looking pretty good. I like this head on her. I've never really put this head on anything else before, so I kind of like the way it's turned out. Luckily, this head was in scale with the body. So I'm gonna do this section another day. I'll have to tweak up some other areas, but I think she's looking pretty good now. Just want to make sure I get on that Psylocke hair before it cures too much. Let me wash my hands real quick. See how she looks. Okay, let's put our hands on, see how everything's looking. Yeah, kind of happy I used the head for this one, just to see. Yeah, I know Raccoon asked earlier if I was going to keep it this long, but I want to, for the hell of it. I think it just helps with the sculpt a little bit more. Plus her back was kind of a mess because chopping up that corset that was on her. But I don't mind the hair that much. I think it looks pretty cool. Kind of not a bad pose, you know. Gotta take a picture and send to my friend and tell him to suck it. Tell him I like the way the hair came out. I know her hair should be like Wonder Woman's, where it only comes to about there, probably. But, what the hell. She grew her hair for once, right? And then her button, where's the button? Yeah, so this button will go there. It's gonna be a fun paint up. So I'm gonna paint her up in like a metallic black, and then I'll speckle stars all over her. And then I'll do a satin finish. Not latex, like not super shiny, but not flat. And I think it'll work. Not bad. You know, I thought this statue was always good. I just think that they exaggerated this leg too much, so I think that's what bothered a lot of people. And then the original Wonder Woman head, the original head they had was great, but so many people complained about it, so I think Sideshow tweaked the head when it went in production, at least I think, and it didn't look right. But I think maybe if they didn't tweak it, then the factory squeezed the head, but I think they did tweak the head, if I'm not mistaken. I think they said they tweaked it when it went in production. And I just think that once they did that, the head looked bad. The original head looked great. And the same thing they did with Psylocke. The original head for Psylocke was amazing, but they listened to people on forums, and then they gave us that other head, then everybody wishes they had the original head. So I think Sideshow's learning their lesson. They just do the head and they're done. You can't listen to like 5 or 6 crybabies. You gotta kind of just go with your gut and sell, you know? But, so, pretty happy with this. So, I'm liking this one so far. So, I think I just need to prime her up. I just got to clean up this area around here. And then I'll have to clean up some other areas and sand and probably do a little bit more chopping and cleaning. And I think the hair should look pretty decent. Not bad. Alright, so let me get back on Psylocke, make sure I'm getting that situated. I think we'll be good. Alright, so Psylocke, her hair kind of fell a bit. Plus, I think my eyes are going on me today. I've been at this for, how long have we been at this now? It's been a long day. I was doing a lot this morning too. So, alright, so the hair's toughened up pretty good right now. It's actually really tough now, which is good. I think I can cut some deeper lines in some areas, and I think that'll be good for that. Like I said, I think once we pull this off, so I think just filling this area under here some more will look good. I don't know, I kind of like it. Something different for Psylocke instead of the typical, you know, the Sideshow hair that they do. Or what is it, the Jim Lee hair, I guess. Right. I don't have it in me to do the belt today. I'll have to do it another time next week. Starting to feel that Christmas, yeah, I want to get out of work feel. Alright. Yeah, I think once it's filled down here and connects to this piece, it'll flow a little bit better. So let's see if I need to cut some areas. Alright, I think that cleaned it up a bit. Just don't want to get down there, do you? There you go. That's kind of where we're at for now. A couple more tweaks, clean up underneath here a little bit, you know, add some more hair there. I think I want to add it onto the shoulder. Like, I think I want to really bring this area here a little bit more. I think once I bring that there, it'll make it look fuller, because right now it looks empty over here. Of course, from this side it looks pretty decent, you know, but over here, like, I'm gonna have to fill in around here a little bit too. This whole section here I think is gonna get a little bit fuller, and then I think I want to bring it underneath here a bit. Unless, well, actually, what I might do is, see this little piece here? See that little chunk right here? I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll chop this chunk out and I'll have it flow like kind of, see how it's kind of like above her shoulder there? So maybe what I'll do is I'll have it flow around here, but not actually on her shoulder. So I may take this chunk out here and have it flow like this. So it's kind of like flowing behind her, but it's not on her shoulder. If you get what I'm saying? So I think that'll help this section here more. Yeah, this needs to be filled up a little bit more over here. So it looks like it's kind of coming around her back. And then after that, I think we're good. I know this piece had like some bangs. Like that one little wisp. But I don't think I want to do that wisp. But if I do a wisp, it would have to be come from here out. I don't know. I'll see if maybe a wisp would work. I'm not sure if it will. We'll see. But let me put her arms on real quick. See how she's looking. I'm not gonna put her sword on. I don't want it to hit the hair. Oh, and like in the beginning of the stream, of course, this is hardening up pretty well. So, I'll take the magnet part off real quick. So somewhere we're gonna start that sash. So it looks like, so if you're looking at her at this angle, you got sort of a sash sort of flowing over there. But we'll get there. But for right now, we'll put this back on, let that cure up. Okay, so I am done for today. I'm tapped out. Thanks guys for stopping by for the past few days. I'm going to try to do some more streams again next week on YouTube during the weekdays. Kind of keep plugging away on these items. But you guys have a Merry Christmas. Don't get too drunk. And hopefully next week we'll see you again.